Okay guys, so this is my dad's channel. So right now he's going to be telling you guys why I'm back here washing the vegetables. So yeah.
And what I'm doing now, guys, we've washing our produce and we're now putting some things together. We've done some chopping of the produce. Right now what I'm doing is I'm making a little bit of a sauce out of mayonnaise and vinegar, and probably need a bit of a larger bowl than I've selected. Does it say in a medium bowl? So I'll go a little, always better to go a little bit of a little bit larger than smaller. So that way you don't have to keep transferring stuff. Supposed to have some mayonnaise in here. Here it is. And what I like to do as well with the HelloFresh, the bag it comes in here, I'll usually put it right here, and all the things that I have trash-wise go in that bag, which is great because there's a place to put it, basically. So I've got my mayonnaise, and it asks for 4 teaspoons of vinegar. And then I have to add the carrots. So 4 teaspoons of vinegar. Here's my little set here of, and they gave me, look at there, they gave me the vinegar I need. Now, if not, I've got vinegar. I mean, you always should keep vinegar, flour, sugar, salt, pepper, vanilla flavoring, things like that on hand. Cornmeal. Here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I've got a little bit left over, and that's okay because it even says you may have a little bit left over. We'll use it later. So you just set it aside. And I just blend my mayonnaise and my vinegar. Well, I wish you guys could smell it. It smells pretty good. Now, I can tell you, I've never blended mayonnaise and vinegar before. I'm not really sure what the end result will be, but it's always good. So now I take my carrots, put them in. I double check my recipe very often because I want to do it right. Make sure I'm doing it right. Mayonnaise and 4 teaspoons. Add carrots and toss to coat, then set aside. So it wants me to toss the carrots in the sauce that I made from the vinegar and mayonnaise. And it says to toss to coat. And then it said set aside. So the reason they probably did this is now, they want me to do this now, is it will flavor itself. It will flavor itself while it sits. So that's nice and coated. Everything's got a coat on it. Now I'll take this and put it here. Sometimes I might put a cover on it. Probably what I'll do is just take a little paper plate and cover it so nothing will get in there. Now, my next step, I think, deals with potatoes. Yes. Cut potatoes into 1-inch pieces. Okay. We're going to do that. I use a lot of paper plates for cutting and things because it really helps to do that. And on potatoes like this, I will I use this chopper. This is a great little chopper right here. It makes things really fast. It doesn't really matter how I chop these because they're gonna boil in water anyway and become mashed potatoes. I think they just wanted me to get them small so that they can all kind of be ready about the same time. Also, if you're doing regular mashed potatoes, which I don't think these will be, I think these will be something else. But if you're ever doing regular mashed potatoes, make sure you try to use whole milk if you get a chance, because whole milk is much better. It just has a better flavor than, lower fat, 0.5%, 1% milk, lower fat-free milk. Again, these are not the same shapes. It's okay. I'm just trying to get them small enough so they'll cook correctly about the same amount of time when they're boiling, the water's boiling. By the way, I've already turned my oven to 450. While the oven's heating, we're doing other things. The other thing I like to do with these is I like, not just these, but this whole thing, I like to try to clean as I go. Make sure everything is clean as much as I can while something's baking or boiling or whatever. I'll try to clean up some things. So at the end of the time, I don't have a messy kitchen. When I'm finished eating, I don't have so much to clean up because I've already cleaned most of it up. Clean as you go is a good rule of thumb. You see how pretty these little yellow gold potatoes are? They're very firm, very fresh. Gonna be a lot of good potatoes here. You'd imagine how much water is in these potatoes. You think we got a whole lot of potatoes, but when you get down to it, there's probably about 4 servings here of the mashed potatoes or whatever it is that it's gonna actually do. So these are cut up enough, and our next step is to boil my water. So I turn on my burner to high. Actually, I'm going to use the dual burner. This stove has, I'm sorry, let's see. Yep, that was right. Got my dual burner here so that both burners will heat and be under this pot here. So I'm looking, as I'm doing that, I'm looking ahead a little bit here. Oh, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be roasting our pork. That's what we're going to be doing, is roasting our pork in the oven. That's why I'm preheating the oven. So what's cool about HelloFresh is that they pre-cut and pre-package everything that you need in the right portions. So we are buying, every week we buy 3, and it automatically comes for a family of 4. So they put everything in there they need. Now you can also do it for 2 people if you want, and they basically has half the ingredients. And it's also lower price, of course, naturally. So I've got enough water here. I don't want to put so much water in here that it boils over. So, it's probably half full. I'm just going to sit there and let it heat up while I look at. Okay, so this thing is saying for my roast pork, I've got a rub pork with a large drizzle of olive oil. Now it does not include olive oil in the actual bag. So you want to keep, that may not have been one of the things I said keep on hand, but olive oil, maybe vegetable oil, and maybe sort of anything else. Crisco, I like Crisco for baking, doing cornbread, biscuits, and things like that. What I did is I went to Sam's Club and I bought a large thing of olive oil. Olive oil can be very expensive, but this was very reasonable at Sam's Club. It's this is Bertolli extra light olive oil, and what you want to do is you want to try to get extra virgin or virgin olive oil. So in my, looks like I'm going to need a baking sheet to use with the recipe. The problem with mine is it's falling to the back of my oven. We keep all of our baking sheets under here, but sometimes it's a little inconvenient, but okay. So that you heard that ding, that means my oven is ready. So I'm going to use a small bowl. Actually, I think I'll use another paper plate because it's easier. Sometimes I'll stack a few together so I'll have extras. I thought I had one here, and yes I do. Again, my trusty scissors to open up my pork tenderloin. Put it in on my plate. And you see these are already 2 cut pieces. And I'll put that in the trash bag. And 2 more pieces. Try to keep your hands relatively clean as you work. Okay. Now I'm supposed to drizzle this with olive oil. Now, drizzle means just a little bit on each, just kind of coat it. Just want to coat it with olive oil. Real good. And it says salt and pepper. Season generously with salt and pepper. Salt and pepper are two very common spices to flavor with. And I noticed in a lot of the recipes for HelloFresh call for salt and pepper. Yeah, it's okay. Here's some salt. Maybe wondering why I'm using a salt shaker. I mean a pepper shaker, not a salt shaker. Well, I broke the salt shaker. So we've got to get another one. Meantime, I'm just going to use a little salt here. Not going to go too crazy, just kind of sprinkle it on a little bit, and then I can take it and rub it all over the pork. And if I need more, I can just, use whatever I need. And you can always add salt later if you want it. Okay.